Hi, this is Andy Busch for your Busch video blog update for Friday, May 17th. We're going to change these blogs up a little bit. We're going to really be looking at what's happening next week and try to provide a Euro trade every week on these things so that you can have a better understanding of how to trade it. I think that's very helpful. Next week as well, as far as the Busch updates go, going to be a little spotty. I've got a speech to the Pennsylvania Bankers Association, their national meeting, that's on Monday. And then on Wednesday, I've got a private event for Merrill Lynch B of A. Bob Dole's speaking at it with me, so that should be a lot of fun. Now, next week, let's focus primarily on what's really driving the markets, and that's truly central bank meetings and central bank speeches, because that seems to be the only thing. Earnings don't matter. Growth, to some extent, doesn't matter. It's really what these central bankers are up to. So for next week, on Tuesday, we get the Bank of Japan meeting. On Wednesday, we get Bernanke testifying on Capitol Hill and the FOMC minutes. And then Thursday, early Thursday morning, there is a Draghi speech, ECB meeting speech by Draghi, providing us further insight into what they're willing to do as far as additional quantitative easing and lending. So that's kind of what I want to focus on. With that, the Bank of Japan meeting, I don't think is going to do a whole lot. They'll give us some insight maybe as to what some additional measures they may take. But for right now, I think they're on hold. The GDP number that came out was really good last week. And also, I think they have to be a little bit careful once they've got above 100 here, because they don't want to scare Japanese investors out of JGB. So I don't look for them to come up with additional stimulus measures, nor do I look to see the US dollar yen rally much more from these levels. A little bit of backfilling around 100 would probably make a lot of sense. On Wednesday with Bernanke, that's what I want to focus on a little bit more. Clearly, the comments by San Francisco Fed President Williams talking about moving forward when they're going to stop quantitative easing or taper it back, and I think that's the new buzzword now in the financial markets, tapering, is really the key thing, along with some better than expected economic data out of the United States over the last couple of weeks has led to more people believing that the Fed will cut back sooner rather than later. And that's kind of the key element here, and that's why we're seeing the dollar rally, I think, overall, especially against the euro just on Friday, where we dropped below the key 128.50 level. Had been support for a couple of days. With that, I don't think anything really new is going to come out of the ECB on Thursday, although that may, if there's any risk there, it's a surprise that he says something a little bit more dovish. So let's try to trade that Bernanke ECB meeting. So I want to get short euros right around these levels, about 128.50. I want to leave a stop above 129.25. The reason why I want to sell it at 128.50, that was about the support point for the last couple of days. So that which was support is now resistance, hopefully. We'll leave a stop just 75 points above, and we're looking to take profit 225 points below at about 125.75. So that's the key, I think, trade for the euro for next week. Those three central bank events, and we'll see what happens with them. Finally, I just want to let you know this recording is a scandal-free recording. There are no scandals in this Busch video blog update, unlike President Obama had a really tough week last week. Those will continue to weigh on his presidency. The good news is, as far as that goes, we won't see a lot on the debt ceiling, and that's going to come out Sunday. Essentially, that is when the Treasury is limited in how much they can issue as far as Treasuries go. That's not going to be a problem, and that'll probably be pushed off as far as needing a debt ceiling hike sometime between September and October. Again, that supports a U.S. dollar. And that's it for me, Andy Busch. Have a great weekend.